Hey team, hope you're all doing well. Today's topic I wanted to go over how to break a 120 half marathon. And the reason why I'm going over this is because I got another question from a 23-year-old athlete who left a message on one of my videos, and he's saying, I have a personal best of 124.04. My question, how long do you think it will take me to go sub 120 for the half marathon? My concerns, all the races I've participated in are always above 4,000 feet above sea level, and most likely in the near future. I always use one pair of shoes for all of my workouts and races, the Saucony Hurricane 23, and during races I hydrate with water only. Do I have a chance? Absolutely, you have a chance. For one, you're training at altitude, so one of the key things you have to keep in mind is, okay, you're trying to run 6:06 mile pace for 13.1 miles or 3:47 kilometer pace for 21.1 kilometers. So again, the key thing is to improve your body's lactate tolerance. You have to train at paces that are down toward around 5:30 mile pace or around down toward 3:25, 3:30 kilometer pace. You want to make sure that you get that half marathon goal race pace to feel easier for you. And again, think long term about this. Okay, it may take you a few iterations of a half marathon buildup to get to breaking the half marathon barrier, the 120 half marathon barrier. In your case, you're training at altitude, so your body is producing more red blood cells. Once you come down to sea level, you do have a higher chance versus somebody that's training at sea level of breaking an hour and 20 minutes. Now, it's not a guarantee. There's still plenty of athletes out there that are living and training at sea level who go out there and break an hour and 20 minutes. So you have to be strategic in your buildup. Always focus, go back and watch the other videos I made over the past 3 years now on this channel about how to run a faster half marathon, how to run a faster 10K, where I talk about the importance of doing faster long runs every other weekend, not every single weekend, but change up the paces that you're running your long runs, so that you don't get caught in this rut of just running long, slow, and easy every single weekend. You're trying to run a very, very fast half marathon time, and that is not going to happen quickly. Your capability, you're already proven that you can break an hour and 20 minutes. You're at an hour and 24 minutes and 4 seconds right now, and the fact that you're training you're training at 4,000 feet above sea level clearly proves to me that you definitely have the potential to run well below an hour and 20 minutes. 107.06 for the half marathon, 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 35 seconds for the marathon. So I do understand that the complexities of trying to run a fast half marathon time and trying to extend that out to the marathon distance. You definitely have the capability. You mentioned during races I hydrate with water only. Do I have a chance? Of course, you definitely have a chance. Definitely practice doing your long runs, dropping your water bottles out every 5 kilometers, every 3.1 miles, or around every 3 miles. During your long run routes, drop those out and then practice drinking and not sipping. You got to get in a habit of drinking and hydrating better and more efficiently in your races if you're going to run faster over these distances. It's not just about the physical training that we're doing. It's not just about the mental side of your preparation is too. You have to focus on your nutrition to run a faster half marathon or longer race like these distances. Okay, the fact that you're at altitude is going to make your preparation much more difficult. I lived and trained in Colorado Springs for about 5 years total, and definitely can relate to the complexities of trying to run at faster paces at that height. 4,000 feet above sea level, definitely you're still going to get some huge benefits training at that altitude, but also factor in the fact that you're not training at sea level. So if you have a planned workout and you're trying to say run repeat miles at 5:45 per rep at 4,000 feet above sea level, you might have some days where you're really struggling to hit those splits. So adjust that. Maybe try hitting those reps at 5:53 if you're just not feeling it. But just remember too, that it does take around 3 weeks out to about a month for your body to adapt to the stresses you're placing on it on track workouts or in these long runs. So be patient with yourself. This is a key aspect of middle to long distance running success. It's not going to happen quickly. Okay, the most persistent athletes are the ones that usually get the best results because they continue to persist over a long period of time. They have that drive and tenacity that you need in this sport. You can't expect quick results in middle to long distance running, but you're still very, very young at 23 years of age. You know, I didn't run my personal best for the marathon until I was 31 years old. Okay, and in fact, I ran my personal best for 5 kilometers on the roads, 14:18, 10 miles, 50:54, 107:06 for the half, 144:05 for 20 miles. That's 5:11 mile pace, and the marathon 2:19:35 when I was 31 years old. So right now you're aiming at breaking an hour and 20 minutes. I promise you, when you're in your early 30s, more than likely you're going to run well under an hour and 5 minutes. It might be an hour. You know, it's there really is no limits. I've never placed limits on athletes because I never placed any limits on myself. So that's kind of the philosophy I have at RunDreamAchieve.com. It's about training smarter, not harder. There are far too many athletes out there, people in general, that know how to work extremely hard, but they don't always get the results because they're not always using leverage. Okay, if you're running too much of your mileage too easily at altitude, even if you're at 4,000 feet above sea level, it's only going to make you a superior long, slow distance runner. So make sure that you're paying attention to stress in the body, but also because you're at higher elevations, you really have to pay attention to your recovery. You might need 3 days of recovery versus somebody at sea level that only needs 2 days of recovery. And you have to be mature enough to know, hey, if I'm still feeling like crap 2 days after a track workout, or if I go out and I do a tempo run and I'm just running awful in the tempo run, you have to have that maturity to slow down or either stop the workout immediately and take the rest of the day off and focus on doing that tempo run the following day. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But in terms of your questions, yes, you're capable of doing it. 2, I would definitely not run workouts in races. Okay, so you're saying you only use one pair of shoes for both your workouts and races. Okay, so that's okay. Okay, I misunderstood your question there. If you're doing work, if you're running in the Saucony Hurricane 23s for both your workouts and your races, okay, you definitely don't want to get in a brand new pair of shoes, a day or two before a race. So the fact that you're training in these shoes during your workouts, your faster workouts, that's okay. Okay, that's not a problem. As long as they're extremely lightweight, they're comfortable, and you're used to that shoe, then definitely continue to race in that shoe because you've already got accustomed to wearing that shoe in the workouts. But definitely don't. I would mix up your training shoes. Wear training a lightweight trainer during the easy, relaxed workouts, or maybe during your easy long runs. But don't wear those racing flats, and definitely not spikes if you're doing a longer type workout on the roads. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful for you all in terms of how to break a 1:20 half marathon. Like I mentioned, start varying up the paces of your long runs. Focus on a long-term approach, 4 to 5 month buildup. There are 20 to 24 week training plans on RunDreamAchieve.com that I've built specifically for athletes that are thinking more long-term in their buildup. If you don't have as much of a long enough time to prepare for your races and you need a shorter buildup, I have 8-week, 12-week, and 16-week build-up training plans as well on RunDreamAchieve.com, as well as courses for athletes that are training for the half marathon as well as the marathon on RunDreamAchieve.com. Definitely check out all the resources below my videos as well. They're there to help take you to the next level. And if you have any other questions or concerns, leave me a comment. I'll definitely reach back out to you. If you're new to the channel and you want to get routine video updates, then hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so when I make a new video you'll be notified of it. And please share and like these videos. It definitely helps the channel grow and helps with the YouTube algorithm as well. So I really appreciate that support. Hope this is helpful for you all. And if I left anything out in this video, leave me a comment below. I'll definitely reach back out to you and either make another video about your particular question or add on to this particular topic. So I wish you all the best in your training and breaking the hour and 20 minute barrier. You're at 1:24:04 and you're training at 4,000 feet. The fact that you've run that fast definitely proves to me that you're capable of running well below an hour and 20 minutes in due time.